Hello folks, and welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today I will start with a relatively small initial comment. Today more related to Bitcoin instead of any kind of geopolitics or, even I'm not going to talk about regulation. I think I said everything yesterday. It should be clear for many of you. I would be extremely careful with any kind of narratives on or in the Twitter space related to Hong Kong. Because in my opinion, that's not bullish. It's, if Hong Kong is bullish, the ECC should be bullish as well, because they are talking about a global regulation body, indicating they all are in one boat and just developing one regulation framework. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time, but one of my followers did some comments, very interesting one related to Japan and how Japanese watchdogs are working. And it is exactly what the ECC is saying. And even the Fed regulator said that to the mainstream banks. They want a regulation framework for crypto that is equal to the regulation body that is existing right now for the classic traditional banking sector. And that's not bullish. It depends. It's bullish long term because that's going to be a transition, and it's extremely bullish for the long term. But the transition is going to be extremely painful. While 98% of the spot volume is on Binance, something I really doubt. I think they're using, once again, wash trading just to trap some retailers on Binance. But that's my own opinion. That happened in the past. Why not now, right? But however, so it's, in my opinion, not really bullish. And I said something, and that should be key for you. You can ignore me. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to do it. It depends on you if you want to do it. We will see a lot of crap coming to us related to crypto. A lot of food. I didn't. Even many people say, you're spraying food. No, I'm not. In my opinion, not. At least I'm not spreading false narratives, in my opinion. We will see false narratives in the future. And the price will go down hard. As I said, potentially even a market crash to regulate. Because if you want to regulate such a market that is full unregulated, where you have a lot of billions and billions and billions involved, the best thing you can do is a reset. Big bang reset means market crash, bring all the regulation body to the market, force everyone to adapt their infrastructure to the new regulation body, and start from new. Afterwards, institutional money, that will be like a tsunami. They will push very hard, while everyone is extremely in fear and will say, okay, crypto's dead. Mark my words, crypto is dead. Many influencers will say, okay, that's it. I have lost money, a lot of money. The market is dead. No, the market will be not dead. The market will crash. And many different crypto projects will disappear because of that. But the market will survive. And the market is going to come back even stronger than before. Mark my words. By then, when nobody wants, don't buy a dip that everyone wants just because of FOMO. It's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I don't care. However, that's just a little part of my initial comment. Now let us talk a little bit what is happening related to those Bitcoin Core developers. We have Bitcoin Core maintainers. These guys are, well, smart developers who are the only ones who can develop and change the code in a very complex process. So they just can open the computer and say, oh, I'm going to change the code of Bitcoin because today, I don't know, I'm in mood. That's a process. They need to make such kind of change request, and it seems, you have the whole community, then you have different levels you have to pass to make any kind of code. But these guys are key for Bitcoin. And it seems since almost 2 years, Bitcoin Core maintainers are living more and more, I wouldn't say the crypto space, but at least they're leaving their positions at Bitcoin Core developers. And that's really a big problem. Just in the last 24 months, the Bitcoin Core development space has seen 3 developers leaving the Bitcoin Core space. That was Sam Dobson, Peter Wuy, I'm not sure if I'm spelling it right, and Jonas Schnally. And now Marco Falke. Marco Falke is one of, I would say, the guy that contributed most related to Bitcoin codes. 33,000 commits. That's wow. And now he is leaving. Nobody knows exactly why they are leaving. They are not saying why they are leaving. However, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin doesn't have any kind of developers. We still have Vladimir van der Laan, we have Hannadi Stepanov, we have Peter Wuy. Oh no, Peter Wuy is done. He left. Michael Ford and Marco Falke. Oh no, Marco Falke is also done now. So we have three now. 3 people who can change the Bitcoin code. And of course, some people are talking about that, and in such a community you have always rumors. And one rumors is that something, at least for Marco Falke, something changed after the Tornado Cash issue we had last year, where they arrested the open source developer, the Dutch open source developer afterwards. So some people think that they are really in fear that their role as Bitcoin Core developer could have some personal consequences. That's not good. That's absolutely not good. If they had almost, let me check. 1, 2, 3 with Marco 4 developers, and now 4, 5, 6, 7 developers. And now from that 7 developers we have now 3 remaining in 2 years. I'm not sure if that's good for Bitcoin. But one thing is sure, Bitcoin without developers could have a big problem. And I have said so many times, I really don't know how a regulation framework that concentrates on centralized control, because part of it is you have to maintain your coins on the centralized exchange. And the centralized exchange has to guarantee you, like a bank, for example, that your money, in that case your assets, are safe, SAFU. Because that's what a bank has to provide you as a customer. So it's exactly the same. And we know that centralized exchanges had big security issues in the past. They received some cyber attacks and hacks and so on and so forth. Like, for example, I don't know, wasn't last year or 2 years ago with Coinbase as well? Anyway, if that's the goal and the approach of a global regulation framework, maybe, and we should think about, something is behind and something is trying step by step to kill Bitcoin as we know it, because it's full decentralized and transparent. The people say it's absolutely transparent. It's self-regulated. It doesn't care. Self-regulated. Watchdogs wants to have the control. As soon you don't know who is behind a wallet, the watchdog will don't care if it's self-regulated. But another step and issue I see is what will happen with DeFi. Or are watchdogs maybe going to replace DeFi for CeFi? So a lot of things are in the air. And as we know, it's still in a early stage where they are still thinking if or how or who. The thing is, it will come. That's going to be a fact. I'm not sure what will happen to stablecoins. To be honest, I don't think they will have a big and nice future. As mentioned so many times, I'm so extremely bullish for the long term related to crypto, and that's just why I'm investing here my time. That's why I'm investing not only my time, I will invest, and I'm almost going to go all in a crypto project that I'm going to build with George Wegwitz and with my IT company in Germany. And just because I'm a crypto believer, mark my words, in 10 years crypto will be different. But if you invest more with your mind, with sense of logic, smart, without any kind of emotion and FOMO, it can generate a generation wealth for you. If not, you will lose a lot of money. Mark my words. But it's your decision. Now let us go to the next chapter. So then let us take a look. Where is my favorite epic pen? Here it is. Beautiful. So if we take a look to the weights ratio 30 days moving average, Jesus, it's really crazy, because I mean, even we are going down, it's just a higher low. So also meaning that even if they stop, they are keep sending bitcoins to centralized exchanges. It's different like we had just before, for example. And yeah, I mean, if we take a look here, for example, it's indicating, okay, we are going down, so we don't have this peak anymore to hitting 80. That's really crazy. But yeah, it means it's not bullish. They are unloading. I'm saying that since weeks, and people laugh at me, and they are still laughing at me. I'm still blocking people. Hey, you're saying that since 5 weeks. Yeah, the market is 24/7 and it works every day. And also that is a process. When I'm detecting something and saying that's not bullish, doesn't mean you can't make for example, in short-term money with the long. But it means you have to be careful because they are planning something. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you, hey, tomorrow, in 30 hours and 20 minutes, they are going to nuke. It's impossible. I can't tell you that. I really can't, and nobody can. So use your brain. Use also your skills. If you are good in TA, use your TA skills. Use my provided data and combine both. I'm not using any kind of TA only for really trivial basic trend lines, just to see where support, resistance, do I have any trend line there? Could it be a level where the price bounce or not? Is that a good entry for my short or for my long? That's it. That's it. So really basic. So 95% of my trading strategy is based on on-chain. And I wasn't doing very bad trading with this combination. But, you know, I can't tell you when exactly. I just know, hey, that's not bullish. Like I said, it was a full driven futures rally. Yeah, they support with spot, but we will talk about later on and I will show you more data. However, if we take a look to our weights ratio 30 hours moving average, well, they are doing exactly the same, you know. I mean, yeah, the trend is positive, indicating, you know, now it's taking effect, it's going down, but it's just saying, hey, we are sending more bitcoins and more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. That's just a preparation. And we will start to unload. Also here, we will check another chapter, a new chapter that I have added. It's not just because I just want to generate more paid subs, but the app owner just, just said, hey, Inspo, it's really great that you are going to use my stuff, but, you know, please don't make it public, because otherwise we are going to lose paid subscribers. And that's something I full agree, and that shouldn't be the sense of the whole thing, you know, just to share something that costs for free. With CryptoQuant, it's an absolutely different thing, because they agree with that. For them, it's just marketing, but not everyone wants to do it. So I had to classify it as premium content, just to make it clear. It's not just to generate money. It's really absolutely not in my mind. However, what is happening here, the 1 hour time frame and the weights ratio also indicating here, you know, look, how many times 100%. It's really tiny, indicating the sell pressure is increasing, and that's why the price is reacting. Even then, I don't think that's it. I don't think we are not going to see 25K again, because it was working, and usually when they see something is working because they find some liquidity there, they will try it again, because the whole thing is just to unload. So yeah, everything else, let me check what is happening here. Absolutely nothing. So we had once again some outflows, nothing big, but yeah, at the moment more outflows than inflows. Makes sense, because, you know, they sent all the inflows just before, now they are just selling. Okay, we are done here. Let us go to the next chapter. So, cookie content, thanks. Well, as we see, the price started to decline. Those here started to take, just to make their outflows. At the same time, we received here more inflows, but you can see all that stuff here. I guess it's related to that here. So they started to sell while the price was going up, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think after 23,500, something like that, which should bounce and go up again. We need to see if that's going to happen. Like I think it's going to happen, but I think that's going to happen. So we will see. If someone is, are you flipping to bullish? No, I'm not going to flip to bullish because the circumstances are the same. It's not bullish. You can maybe trade a swing and go up from here 23.5, maybe 23.4, going up back to 25. But yeah, I don't know how many times we will maintain here, and I don't even know if they want even to push up more, if they see they can trigger more FOMO on retail. That's their goal, in my opinion. So yeah, also here nothing big. The biggest here was 920 bitcoins. No, I think even that was yesterday, but today that was the maximum, 920 bitcoin. Almost nothing related to stablecoins and spot, so nothing big to see here anymore. Let us go to the next one. So if we take a look, for example, to our futures, we also can see what, for example, funding rate went it up and is declining right now. It seems here now could indicate they are starting to demand more longs. If we take a look now for the funding leverage ratio up, down, more up, more down, and afterwards up, indicating they are using once again more leverage. And the open interest did something similar, just went much harder down because they liquidated, while the leverage ratio maintains up. If we now take a look, for example, what is happening here to stablecoins related to derivative exchanges, we are talking here, for example, that's peanuts. Let me see, 150 millions. At the same time, we had here bigger outflows. Only bitcoins, and even there, I'm missing those 3,000 bitcoins inflows. No, the maximum is 1.7, and today not even 1,300 bitcoins inflows, but a lot of outflows. So people, or those who are driving the markets, it seems they are taking profit right now. If we take a look to the aggregated one, open interest pushing up, leverage ratio pushing up, and funding rate maintains positive, indicating they are just demanding more longs. Even the price is falling, the aggregated one is indicating they are demanding more longs. So if we take a look now here, we can see that yesterday we liquidated 1,150 bitcoins in longs and 530 bitcoins in shorts. That's not big. That's really not big. Not at all. So let us take a look to the blockchain whispers and what these guys are indicating. Yeah, well, as mentioned, I would be careful if you start here to long with high leverage, because even a bear trap would be possible. As mentioned, 23.3 to 23.4 could be an area where we would bounce like it happened in the past and then go up again. But even then we could go down hitting 23 before we bounce, and that would be the bear trap. So I would be extremely careful right now. I don't know, we will check if they are using high leverage or not. However, 61 to 39, it's not healthy. 62 to 38, it's not healthy. And it's crazy, but longs on Bitfinex declined since yesterday, and shorts, even if it's not big, lifted up. It's the opposite of Binance. But we know on Binance mainly we have their retailers trading. So let us take a look to the Kingfisher map. First of all, once again, why are you doing that? I really don't know. Why? Tell me. Be nice to me. No. Okay, I need to... I don't know why it wasn't the case just before, but no, let us take a look here. So what we are seeing here is 180 millions. Jesus. And that's yeah, low leverage longs. It seems we have 100, almost 160 millions there now. Liquidation level 17k. Okay, that would be funny if we would go down $6,000 in one day to liquidate them, but it's not going to happen. However, the next bigger liquidation level with 86 millions liquidation would be at 22,800. As mentioned, be careful with bear traps. It could be a bear trap. You know I'm bearish, but I would be careful because I'm not sure. I don't think they are done distributing at 25k. Not yet. So I would be careful. However, if they decide, no, that's fine. We have 57 million at 24,650. Then we will go up in that area again to liquidate all these late shorts. Let us take a look to the high leverage. I guess it's, I don't know. Let us take a look. Oh yeah, okay. Only shorts with 30 millions. But however, 30 millions, 24,650. So yeah, everything between 24 and 25 looks very attractive for those who make some profit liquidating others. So I would be extremely careful here. That's it. Let us go to the next chapter. So let us take a look here. What we see is if we take if we check that, for example, from here down, let us make that down. BUSD. Oh, who is still trading with BUSD? Who? Whatever. That's USD. That's Bitcoin collateral futures, and that's stablecoin futures. Look what stablecoin futures are doing. Just check the angle here. I mean, okay, BUSD, fiat, okay, they were maintaining and now they are unloading. I would say BTC USDT, that's BTC USDT only on Binance. Then we have here BTC USDT, the aggregated one. Let me check just in case, but I think I'm... Hello? Hello? Yeah, that's the aggregated. So once again, Binance is leading the BTC USDT. If we check here, right now almost 140 millions in negative CBD, indicating they are selling much more than buying. Makes sense. But if you check Bitcoin collateral, the angle, and you are seeing they are really at the moment just yeah, shorting a lot. If we take a look here, range from here directly to here, it's wow, 2.165 billion. And we are, I mean, just to have in mind, we did that, I don't know, but the whole way up. And if you check the candles, what we did, for example, in 1 hour candles when we went up, and what we are doing now to the downside, are you don't asking yourself why it looks different? I can tell you why. Up, FOMO triggering. Down, distribution. That's it. That's the whole secret. So yeah, very interesting what they are doing, but that's really, I don't know if that's a joke. I think that's a joke. 30 millions? That has to be a joke. That someone is selling in BUSD? Really? However, BTC BUSD, once again, as mentioned, I don't know. However, the aggregated also indicating here, if we check, for example, mini 6 millions, and now we are at 275 millions, okay, indicating 270 million selling more than buying. That's really big. And as mentioned, that's really crazy. That's really crazy. I mean, we are talking here almost 2.4 billions in shorts, and even here another 600 millions here. We are talking about almost 3 billions. That's really big. However, also Bitfinex doing the same, so they pushed up a little bit and then now also distributing. Bybit pushed up and distributing. Look, Bybit, it looks like Bybit was the main driver here. Coinbase pushed up, I don't know why, and now declining. Not sure if, I don't know. However, Bitstamp pushed up, also distributing very well, very, very good. Kraken pushed up here, started to distribute afterwards. It's not big, but interesting. And wow, Gemini. Gemini was maintaining all the time, and it seems, okay, that's not going to go up more, so boom. It's not big. The CBD, it's just trash. It's really, really low. So let us start with stablecoins. We can see USDC. What is USDC happening? We received here almost 80 millions, and they pushed up, and then afterwards the price started to fall again. So it seems they tried to push up again, and they failed. Even they sent even more, or they are buying the dip. That is also possible, but some people are taking profit. As you can see, we are talking almost about between 5 and 10 millions each. Also here, inflow, that was the last big one, 11.4 millions. So if we go forward, we can see USDT, and USDT, wow, look that. I mean, that's here 30 millions outflow, another 30 millions outflow, and from here mainly blue instead of yellow. While they tried also here to push up, and it seems they failed. It seems. I'm not really sure, but it looks like. Yeah, then that's Binance BUSD. That's the Binance crap trash BUSD. So the BSC chain. How can you have there just a transaction volume of 2 billions? How is that possible? I mean, yeah, a lot is just outflow, and that's the Ethereum, the Paxos BUSD, but that's the I don't get that. I really don't get that. Who's trading that? Well, however, let us go and check what the market maker and other entities are indicating us. And yeah, it seems I wasn't that wrong when I said, I don't know, retailers are just reducing counts and so on and so forth. It seems they are not following anymore, and it seems that was the trigger. They said, okay, we need to go down first, and maybe then afterwards push up from 23 once again with a huge candle to trigger FOMO. Maybe, we'll need to see. However, retailers, now it seems they stopped to reduce. These guys started to push up while the price is declining, 1 to 10 bitcoins. That's why I said, I mean, they said, so, it's fine, 25k, but I don't feel comfortable, so, and they started to buy again. These guys here are declining. These guys here are pushing up more. These guys here are declining. These guys here pushing up more. Well, usually those three here are playing around together. So if they, for example, sold more, they are shifting to these entities. If they are selling more, they reduce and go and shift to this entity, and so on and so forth. So these three are playing together usually, and here nothing to see. And well, I can that's show metric. That's actually retailers. So all wallets with 0 to 10 bitcoins, indicating, you know, we declined and now pushing up again. So I guess they will try to push up the price, but if they notice again, retailers are doing it again, and they stop, the price will go down. It's really simple, because in my opinion, the only thing they are doing is looking for liquidity. Market maker once again was here active, sending 700 bitcoins here, then another 400 bitcoins here. Doesn't sound a lot, but I mentioned that so many times, that's not a lot. They are using other different sources and assets to drive the market. So OTC, they are using also, for example, Bitcoin collateral, and I guess also futures with stablecoin collateral. However, but you know, if you check that, looks like, okay, crazy. These guys know exactly what they are doing. So 1 hour time frame, you can see on Bitfinex, and I don't see the index. Bitfinex, Kraken. Let me check. I need to refresh. No. So that's the 1 hour time frame, and that's crazy here, because they are indicating here since here they started, whales there started to send more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. We are talking about Bitstamp, Gemini, and Bitfinex. For example, here Huobi stopped. They stopped. Also, for example, Kraken, and then afterwards they started to send again bitcoins. If we take a look, for example, here, it matches very well to what OKEX did as well. On Binance, looks relatively okay. If we check Binance, here was, for example, where whales sent more bitcoins. Also, for example, here and also here. So also indicating on Binance they are selling. And if I take a look here, that's Bybit, for example, also here. So yeah, they look like they are selling. If we take a look, Kraken, for example, was very active yesterday. No, that wasn't yesterday. Sorry, that was February 18th. But if we check here, we see that Gemini was very active yesterday. The whales ratio went up very hard. And the preparation was, without any doubt, happened February 18th. That's where almost every exchange, for example, Kraken sent a lot, Coinbase sent a lot, even Binance received a higher whales ratio, indicating whales sent also more. Bitfinex, Gemini, and even Bitstamp. Almost everyone, with one exception, that was Huobi. Huobi did that. Huobi and OKEX, both with 1 day delay. So also very interesting to see that. Otherwise here funds started to increase a little bit, but it's just, we are talking about how much, 150 bitcoins. And also here we can see it's mainly, even the angle is reducing, indicating more spot coming in, because they are distributing. So they don't need that high leverage positions anymore like they did just before to create FOMO. And so I guess even this curve here will start to bounce and to go up, indicating more spot coming in, or at least the angle will reduce like it's doing right now. And that's it from here. Let us go to the next chapter. So if we take a look, that's Coinbase waiting at 23K. 23K, we have here a little bit something at 23,200 at the moment. And yeah, as you see, Algo's doing a great job, I guess, just maintaining the price. However, it seems the goal is first to go to 23K. Bitstamp, BTC USD, 22,600. We have also something at 23, nothing big. They are at the local POC here waiting at 24,600. They introduce a new wallet 25.2 and even here still waiting at 26. If we take a look, they reinforce 21,500 or 400. Binance BTC USDT looks similar, also waiting here at 23K. The biggest one, it's at 23.3, so match very well to what I have said in the beginning of this video. We are very close to that area here at 23.5, and as mentioned, this area should be in our scope here, that area here, and then we need to see what's going to happen here, because if the price goes down and bounce here, it was clear bear trap. So I would be careful. If it's not a bear trap, at least a bounce up and then more down, but that's also something we need to see. BTC BUSD. But you see, I mean, it was today, just a few hours ago, someone added 30 bitcoins here at 23K. I mean, tell me who is making that? If that's not Binance, tell me who is doing it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm a little bit speechless and clueless. But, you know, okay, they triggered this buy order here, and right now maintaining also 23K, 22.6, and so on and so forth. We need to see how far they are going to go. So last time we went to 23,350. That's where I guess we could have a bounce, and then last bear trap to 23K and then up again. But, you know, we need to see. BTC USD, clear message, still clear message here between 25.2 and 25,400. They are not indicating anything. Well, at 23,170, waiting here, a fresh new wall, and that's it almost. OKEX spot, nothing. OKEX swap, nothing. Kraken. Wow, Kraken removed the wall at 23,200 and now waiting at 22,500. That would be at least their biggest protection area, but also here at 23.5, as you see. Otherwise, everything at 23 and 22,800 would be also interesting. Bybit BTC USD, nothing. BTC USDT, nothing. Bitmax, oh, Bitmax is making here a clear message, 22,800. So also between 23 and 22,800 looks also, in my opinion, solid. BTC USDT, we are talking about perp, also indicating a lot of longs waiting here, and all that area until 23,250. I would say even until 22,800. 22,800. It's not bad, but it looks solid. It very yeah, it's surprising me a little bit. BTC BUSD perp, yeah, until 23K. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can make a comment or something and can say, no, hey, Inspo, I'm still trading BUSD because I don't care, you know. I don't know. I guess you can swap your BUSD on Binance still for fiat or something. I don't know. Only Paxos is not issuing any BUSD anymore. It's possible. I don't know. I don't get why. Yeah, they are still trading with BUSD. So if we take a look, Bitfinex derivatives, also here 23,300, 23K, and that's it. At the moment, also here indicating the 1 to long in that area between 23,400 and 23. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures, nothing. And Deribit could be interesting. Oh, they removed a lot. They shifted a little bit. So 23,170, 22,700, and 22,300, 22,400. Also very interesting what they are doing here. Why? They were protecting all the time and now they remove those walls. Okay, however, we are done. Let's go forward.